Well, we finally made it to the annual midwinter break, and we're almost to the 1 year mark for the COVID pandemic. So what can we anticipate for the remainder of the 2021 school year? That's our topic all this week on Dateline Schools. So we have the privilege of talking with the superintendent from St. Clair County RESA, Dr. Kevin Miller. And Dr. Miller, how difficult and challenging has this school year been for you and the educational leaders here in our county to try to get us back to where our kids are now finally back in school?
Yeah, it's been a difficult year, but from our front at RESA, we've just been trying to support our local districts as much as possible. I can't really get myself in their spot to tell you how I can empathize with what they've had to go through, but I know it's been a struggle for a lot of educators, and I do empathize. That's why we've tried to do everything in our power, including leading in the vaccination charge, to make our educators feel more comfortable, to get them back in the classroom. I've been urging and literally coming alongside of our superintendents from an encouraging standpoint. And I'm glad that all of our districts now are back in face-to-face learning. That was especially Terry for the young elementary. I just have said publicly, I'm thankful that I don't have children or grandchildren that have been 5, 6, or 7. I think that young elementary age has been the most vulnerable here because it's hard to do Zoom. It's hard to do things virtually with that age. And so I think it's just imperative that we have at least our elementary students in school face-to-face. If nothing else, Terry, through this pandemic, we have learned to respect the classroom teacher in person, face-to-face, like no other time in our history. So that I think is a positive emanating out of this virus.
That's for sure. And yeah, you mentioned too about the vaccines, and RESA really a lot of charge to get our educators vaccinated, didn't they?
Yes, and this past week we completed all the first doses for every educator in the county who wanted one. They now have had their first dose. So this coming Friday, we're now going to start with a second round of doses. And so by the end, by mid-March, all of our educators that wanted the vaccine will have had the first and second doses.
Great. We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Henry.